and I wanted to put out this information. This is an update on the SRRV. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. We've covered this a few times on the channel, and the information that I'm going to put out is changes that are up and coming and some changes that are already happening. Okay. The Philippines has an open door to retirees that are very attractive as far as the SRRV visa program. Okay. The Philippines is actively welcoming foreigners and nationals and former Filipinos to make the country their second home through this type of visa. They've changed the age over the year, and it's possible that they're reverting that back. That's on a inside track. Okay. Um, but this is managed by the Philippine Retirement Authority. Okay. The SRRV offers long term residency, multiple entry privileges, and a range of other benefits that make it well worth people coming here. Okay. And at the core of the SRRV is a non-immigrant visa that allows holders to reside in the Philippines indefinitely. Okay, makes it a lot easier. Some guys are married, and instead of getting the 13A, which I think is wise, they go with the SRRV, so they don't have to worry about the status in case they're possibly divorced later or they decide to have other ventures. It's a pretty permanent visa. This eliminates the need for constant visa renewal and the hassles associated with the short term tourist visas. Okay. So the program is not a one size fit all solution. There are different categories, several options that are catered to each person. The primary options are SRRV options are with the minimum age, a visa deposit, pension requirements, investment of a deposit, the SRRV Smile, um, and then the SRRV Classic, okay, and then the SRRV Human Touch, okay, SRRV Courtesy, SRRV Extended Courtesy, which I believe are mostly military ties. And at that point, you can check with the SRRV Retirement Authority. I'll put a link in there. There's a woman named Rose that I'm aware of that handles a lot of that. Or you can check in with an agency and we can recommend somebody for you. Okay. There are benefits of doing this. Okay. And the benefits of the SRRV is an indefinite stay, of course. Also, multiple entries. Retirees can travel in and out of the Philippines without the need of additional entry visas. Exemption from certain fees. SRV holders are exempt from the Bureau of Immigration's annual report and a payment of the travel tax for stays less than 1 year from the last date of entry. Duty free importations. Okay, with personal effects and household goods up to 7,000 tax free. Pension and annuity tax exemptions. Pensions and annuities remitted to the Philippines are not subject to Philippine income tax. Now, here's the thing. I have to say on the side note, there are a bunch of laws in the United States where they're saying remittance fees will be added on to things that are coming in. I don't know if this is around the world. So I'm a little confused by that one. You may want to check a little further into that. Inclusion of the dependents. The Philippine retirees can include their spouses and unmarried children under 21 age. Okay. Now, the new changes that I want to talk to you about right now is going to be as of July 1st, the SRV applications will now no longer be refundable. That is first, okay? They're saying beforehand, I guess there'll be some sort of fees taken out, but anything as of now, which is July the 13th, it means they won't give them up, okay? Now, the actual fees are going up. As I'm to understand, they're about 1,400 US dollars, okay, per application. I think there are fees for each person that's added. Again, check in with the retiree authorities. But it is allegedly going up to 1,500 US. Okay, they're claiming they haven't raised the fees in a long time. Um, Also, the next thing that's actually going to happen is the annual fees for former Filipino will be $50. Okay, there is annual fees that you have to pay. And the expanded courtesy will now be 100. I can't tell you what the previous ones are. These are the new fees. A regular SRRV pays 360 a year. Okay. So the fees are actually changing for the yearly. The third thing that I want to talk about is the rumored change of age. And I think it has something to do with a lot of people doing online work and traveling. They're coming out with the other types of visas um, in regards to being able, like the digital nomad. And so um, I think they're wanting to cater to some younger people that are retiring early. So I think quite some time ago it was at the age of 40. The rumor is they're going possibly back to the age of 40. So we shall see. This is also an inside track that is saying this. So they're going to be changing the age. There will no longer be a refund of the deposit you put down if you change your mind. And the fees are changing annually. Okay. It is still a good option as far as a retirement visa, the deposits, the different types. Now, understand that also when you do this, you're going to need to have your background check before you come here. Also, these are only applied for inside of the Philippines. You cannot apply for it in your country. You have to be here when you apply for it. And at that point, when you do apply, you have to have your background check and a clearance on that. And you have to go through several stages. And as I'm to understand, also things change when you have medical issues, and you want to check into all of that with the Retirement Authority. Again, I will put the link in the description to them. And there's always someone that is willing to help you with that. And then I will put a couple links of other places that help with visas, that are highly recommended. So, in considering your visa for the Philippines, this is a good option. Okay. So, be sure to leave your comment if you guys are coming here to the Philippines and if you're considering this type of visa, if you're coming here permanently. Um, there are only a few other options. There are a lot of people that get their 13A after they get married. And then the other one is they just stay on a tourist visa and they keep renewing. But there are several problems, and they are starting to tighten down on this. This is something months ago that they'll start nagging you, like, hey, why are you renewing on a tourist visa? And they're going to try to redirect people. And I think it will only get tougher for people. Okay. So, guys, I appreciate you being here. Be sure again to leave a comment, share this video, and I appreciate your time on this. And just drop in to say hey and where you guys are from. Okay. Thank you guys, and we will talk soon. Have a good day. See you on the next live stream.